I'm Brandon Lang, and this is Yo Sunday edition, Christmas 2016 edition of My Two Cents. Then we'll get to your complimentary winner in just a moment. Going to break down Kansas City and Denver tonight. We'll have it for you in just a moment. Speaking of having it for you, Merry frickin' Christmas. Because last night, the 100-dimer on the Houston Texans was an absolute debauchery of legendary proportions based on what the line was. I released the game 8:25 a.m. Eastern time yesterday morning. Line was solid 1.5 everywhere. 4.5, 5 hours later, it begins to move. Went to 2, 2.5, closed at 3. I personally bet the game. I got the win. I get it. But most people across the board did not. So, ladies and gentlemen, record-keeping purposes, it is a push. And with the block missed extra point to put the Texans up 13-10, missed field goal late in the game was irrelevant. But that's the way it is. Sometimes you're not meant to win a game. And, of course, on the website, tough way to lose. 100-dime winner number 3 in a row. So today, let's regroup. Christmas Day, 40-dimer on the Ravens and the Steelers. The big meat and potatoes bowl games are coming up next week. NFL playoffs. It's time to get it going. After 6 straight football winners, we've now produced 6 straight losing football winners. So that's how it kind of evens out. So today, let's go. 40-dimers, Ravens, Steelers. Let's get on the board. Let's start another winning streak today. All right. Complimentary win in a moment. My 2 cents. It's absolutely amazing, the story that's come out in Minnesota about Xavier Rhodes, Terrence Newman, and Coach Mike Zimmer and the Minnesota Vikings game plan. Who's wearing the pants in this relationship? Head coach Mike Zimmer? It seems the stories come out that they had a game plan in place on how they would attack the Green Bay Packers receivers. And that was the game plan. As they took the field, Packers' first possession, Newman goes over to Rhodes and says, you stay on your side of the field. I'm going to stay on my side of the field. I can cover this guy. Now, after that first possession, when the defensive coordinator's up in the booth and he radios down to Zimmer and says, I don't know what Newman and Rhodes are doing, but they're not doing what the game plan is. Newman then walks over to Zimmer and says, I can cover this guy. Zimmer says, do what you're supposed to do. After that first possession of the game, the very first Packers possession, when the defensive coordinator and the head coach see that Rhodes and Newman are not doing what they're supposed to be doing, somebody brings the hammer down right then. The problem here with the chain of command is this went on for the whole first half. Possession after possession after possession by the Packers, Rhodes and Newman weren't doing what they were supposed to do the whole first half. At some point, does somebody not walk over to them, grab them by their face mask, get in their face and say, listen, enough, game plan. The point in all this is, do you think this would have happened in New England? Do you think that Malcolm Butler and McCourty would have just said, hey, I know Belichick put in a game plan, but Butler, I can guard him. And Malcolm Butler says to McCourty, all right, you know what? Forget Belichick. Forget the game plan. We went all week. I get that. I'll stay on my side. You stay on your side. Let's decide. There's no way in hell that happens. This is a huge, huge mistake and question of power in Minnesota. And something has to come of this. Because you make those kind of decisions on your head coach and your head coach doesn't put his foot down after that very first fucking possession. Wow. That, my friends, is my 2 cents. All right. Complimentary winner. Super Bowl champions coming off back-to-back losses. Last time that's happened, they're 9-2-2 against the spread when installed as an underdog. Oh, it gets better. The Kansas City Chiefs, last home game of the year, 2-8. Last 10 years, 2-8 straight up, 1-9 against the spread. Gets even better when the Kansas City Chiefs are laying points against the Denver Broncos, 2-10 against the spread, their last 12. I'm going to grab the Denver Broncos +3. I'm going to buy the half point to get 3.5 and roll the dice with the Broncos +3.5 over the Chiefs tonight. That's it, everybody. 40 Dimer, Ravens, Steelers. I'm Brandon Lang. Win or lose, we'll see you back here on Monday with another edition of My 2 Cents.